Perhaps retiring to the seaside and the promise of sun, sea and sand. But a major report today says that people in towns like ours in North Yorkshire resorts do suffer some of the worst health in the country.
Scarborough, for instance, has one of England's highest suicide rates. Heart disease and poverty are worse than anywhere else as well. But now some local community groups are trying to help those most in need. John Hill reports.
An idyllic scene at Scarborough today, but cares can't simply be cast off by this place's natural beauty. Tim knows that to his cost. It's just a few days since he tried to take his own life. Tim, you've agreed to talk about this and on camera.
I can see a bit of sunlight coming through now, but a few days ago I couldn't. My marriage of 14 years, relationship of 17 years ended very abruptly. I didn't cope well, tried to take my own life.
Tim's not alone. Between 2017 and 2019, 44 people took their own lives in Scarborough, one of the highest rates in England. On average, men die 6 years earlier than in wealthy areas like Harrogate. Doctors in part blame poverty. 9 of Scarborough's neighbourhoods are in the poorest 10% of areas in the whole country. Barrowcliff Estate is a deprived area that most visitors don't see.
I'm just giving you a call to let you know that I've had an email about your training course.
Glenda runs a community project here and does see the problems that local residents face.
Lots of people come to the coast to Scarborough to live here from towns and cities away. They think it's a lovely seaside resort. They're going to get the benefits of the beach and the fresh air. They don't stop to think about the implications of how far away medical services are. The big hospitals are at York, Newcastle, Hull, and you've got to be prepared to travel for that treatment.
The government says everyone, regardless of where they live, should have similar opportunities in education, housing, employment and health. But Scarborough's MP says the area has missed out on funding.
Generally we're a healthy area, we've got wealthy places like North Allerton, Thirsk, etc. That we haven't had the funding per capita that maybe deprived areas such as those in West Yorkshire have received. And that has meant, I think, that we haven't had the resource to put into that sort of engagement with people to try and get them to improve their lifestyles.
Tim is now receiving help from counsellors at Andy's Man's Club, a support group that's come to the aid of dozens of men in the town.
Yeah, I suppose the perception is, you can see in the background, it looks like a healthy place, and people maybe wrongly think that everything's rosy in a seaside town, but there's a lot of deprivation in Scarborough, a lot of sort of seasonal work which causes problems, maybe an older population, and we're a long way from any big city, so it's sort of lots of problems that add together to cause issues in a place like this.
It's only been a few days, obviously, since I tried this again, but I am seeing things a lot clearer. I'm seeing the positives in my life. I have to view this as a setback, obviously, but I can see that there is actually a future for me going forward.
Scarborough and its citizens are hoping for a brighter future after more than a year which has stretched many to their limit. John Hill, ITV News, Scarborough.